we're going to learn how to identify and explain patterns in multi-digit decimal numbers. So let's look at our following problem. We have 2/10 times 10 equals 2. I can model this using base 10 blocks. If you notice on the bottom, I have base 10 blocks down here. Just as a review, let's remember that this is a tenth, this is a hundredth, and this little tiny square down here is 1,000. So let's start with the 2 flats, because 2 flats is going to represent 2/10. Now, what it's telling me is that I have to have 10 times more of those 2/10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 10 groups of 2/10. So this is one group, 2, 3, 4. I know this is really exciting to watch. 5, 6, 7. Remember that multiplication just means that many groups. So what I'm doing is making 10 groups of 2/10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need one more set. There we go. All right, so I can see that this equals 10 groups of 2/10. Now what I can do is I can exchange these, because I can make them now 2 wholes. The sad thing is I don't have 2 wholes, but the 2 wholes are going to be those 2 big chunks. So I'm going to put those 2 together, and those 2, these 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those go over there. So this is going to be 10 tenths. And this one is 10 tenths, which actually just equals 2 wholes. This helps me see that each digit in a number is 10 times more than the number before, because what I had was 2/10 times 10, 10 times bigger, is going to put the 2 in the ones place. So what we notice is that the 2 is now in the ones place because we're getting 10 times bigger. Now I wonder what happens if it works the other way. So let's go ahead and see if we can try it the other way. So now we have 2/10 divided by 10, and that little slash just means divided by 10. So what we're going to take is we're going to take our 2/10, and divide means that we're going to break it up. So I can exchange these 2/10 for 10 tenths each. So now I'm going to say 2. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm going to start with the 2 flats. I'm going to restart. I'm sorry. 2 flats are the 2/10, and I want to know what 10 times less is. So in order to find the answer to this problem, I'm going to split the 2/10 into 10 equal groups. Watch as I do this. This is one equal group. Not that guy. This guy. That's an equal group. That's an equal group. Here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to trade in for this one. And we're going to do the same for this one. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this guy, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go paste. Boom! All right, now I have to check to see if I have 10 equal groups. Now this one's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 equal groups. And what I notice is that when I split it into 10 equal groups, I have 2 hundredths. 2 hundredths in each group. So what I did was 2 tenths divided by 10. And what happened is that I know when I'm dividing by 10, it's the same thing as multiplying by 1/10. So I'm also going to get this 2 is going to shift a place value. It is now in the hundredths place because I divide by 10 each time I move to the right. All right, it's your turn to try with your partner. All right, so I want you to try 1,000th times 10. If there's 1 in the thousandths place, how can you model the number that is 10 times greater than that? So talk with your partner. Go ahead and hit pause for me. All right, you should have hit pause, and if you didn't, this is your chance to do it. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. You should get something like this. You should get 1/100th. Try again. Let's do it the other way. We've got 100th divided by 10. If there's a 1 in the hundredths place, how can you model the number that's 10 times less than that? Go ahead and hit pause again. Don't be a cheater. I see you. You better hit pause. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, no. Here we go. 1/100th divided by 10 is 1/1000th. So every time I'm dividing, I'm getting one digit to the right. Every time I'm multiplying, the number is moving one digit to the left. So what you're working on today is multiplying and dividing decimals by powers of 10. Go ahead and click back to the next thing on eClass and get started. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being so patient, too.